We got ourselves Chill Pills over with a team 1 charging out first. We got ourselves on the team Fang. We got ourselves Grizz. We got ourselves Kalitas, as well as Reverence joining back in. And Chill Pills is going to get hit up with ZBZUC immediately. Mortal with the Fear to Fall with a Tyrant immediately with a stun right after. Chill Pills, IBF, Grip and CBZUC, blind on all those pets except for a couple of Demon Dogs trying to go for the AoE stun on all these pets. Going to be a stun onto CBZUC. Trinkets on the port out of there. Going to be Frostham's Fury landing a stun on Elemental Death, which is not who he meant to stun at all. Gripping the Demon Hunter in. CBZUC is going to be going down. Oh. Okay, as long as everybody's like, yo, let's just be careful, be clear. He's not trying to kill us on AoE. He's just going after the Warlock. We're just getting caught in the crossfire. I don't know if anybody needs like food, mage food, but at least Chilpa's backed up. It's like giving everybody an opportunity to get a bit of a reset. Seamark dropping down mage food for the boys. Elvin, I think, seeing if the hunter's going to be up next. iFox catching up on a bit of a meal. LFG sucks. Also picking up himself a meal as well. Elwin is at least given an opportunity to go for a little bit of a heal as Chilpas came in just like a blizzard, just through everybody. Chasing after that one Warlock. CB, dude, he just get blasted. There's so much damage by Frost Death Knight. There's just not much you can really do about it. It's tough. Stun by Elwindreth. Okay, Elwindreth. You know what? I'm getting close enough, right? Elwin. Blind immunes it. Immunes that blind, so Chilpas actually have to back up out of there. He's gonna go for that Warlock Hellstone from either Gris or Reverence. Grixis? I like the name Grixis actually. I should short it to be Gris, but I like Grixis. Gonna be the Shivara spawning in. It's gonna be doing some damage to Elvin. Actually, the Shivara can keep it a demon around, especially if Chilpas, let's say, goes for a blind. The Shivara can walk up and auto attack you out of the blind. It's one of the advantages of having those pets attack you. Is if you get any CC that can be broken, like a Gouge, Sap, Blind, Polymorph, Fear, those pets can contribute towards trying to break you out of the CC, because all they're there for is to attack you and to be cannon to the fodder, to be consumed by the Demon Hunter. Chilpa's walking up, got himself a Mortis Winter, potentially could be a stun to Elvin. Back it up out of there for a second, yoinking it back in, the Demon spawning in, that's a stun, Trinket's out of it, Darkness coming in, so for Elvin there's going to be a lot of damage reduction versus Chilpa's, as well as a big heal. Chilpa's trying to yoink Elvin out with a stun to follow. Oh, Elvin had the Shivara next to him, but those stuns just didn't give an opportunity. That is unfortunate. That is very, very unfortunate. They tried to max out the healing out of the Shivara, try to keep it there for as long as possible. Maybe have it explode next to the Death Knight to put that brand on Death Knight to reduce some of the damage he did. I thought Glaive been evaded? Oh, really? Okay, I think you might have thrown Glaive while you were gripped and maybe Shivara. That's unfortunate. That's actually big unfortunate. So you meant to hit it. I thought you were trying to delay it, but that was a nice game. Blizz actually had that happen before with the Shivara and the Pez evaded. That's actually a really feels bad moment. That's a feels bad man right there. iFox getting him with a stun. Potential Trinket. That's going to be Trinket. Chill was the IBF to try to give himself as much reduction of damage as possible. Going to be the Harpoon. Keeping Chills in place, but I think iFox also got rooted on the Harpoon. Death Shock him tearing right through him. Doesn't really have much to really work with. That's going to be eating a freezing trap. The explosion still happens. Still goes off with a Chimeric coursing through his veins, slowing him down a little, then silencing him from place for a moment, and then reducing some of the damage and healing. It was a Chaos Strike given Soul Fragments build. Oh, really? Oh, that was going to be a lot of healing then, huh? That's going to be pretty valuable. iFox looking for a bit of a reset versus Chill Pills. That's going to be a blind onto iFox to follow. Chill Pills looking to give himself a big damage. Doesn't have a Mortal Switch. That's going to be fainted by iFox. Trying to see if he could shake up his Mortal Switch stacks. Potentially grip by the Death Knight. Does he get this ramp up? That's going to be those stacks. Big uplift to iFox. Not much you can really do unless you can turtle. Oh, with a stun at the very end. Chilpa just putting these boys on ice with Seavark. Trying to see if they can stop the Death Knight. Meta's going to be a quick intro. Chilpa does not play Marileth, so I think he's playing the, I think it's not a many, it's Earmere Soulbind, I believe. So his Fleshcraft does not give him immunity to CC. So that was a disorient that prevented the Fleshcraft from building. Seawork is desperately trying to see if he might be able to get some resources back. He's hoping for those missile procs, trying to build for them. There's going to be arcane missiles. Shilpos goes in for a grip with a blind. Could potentially maybe get interrupted to Seawork, but I think Seawork is going to have the result she can protect him. Going to be the grippy hand. Seawork could potentially ice block this if he wants to. He's going to have a normal blink for this with a quick convince. Alter time getting used up actually, so he might be able to alter time to get himself back up to full health. He's going to be able to do so. Shilpos getting blasted out by those missiles. Arcane damage going through. It's going to be Nova, and Shilpos is back there with the images. Needs to get back over to Seawork and outside himself Lichborn. So at least he's able to get a couple of those death coils, just fuel his own health bar, and is actually immune to polymorph while Lichborn is active. That's going to be Mirrors the Trollman setting up attempt. See if we're getting hit with that interrupt, but does get to juke it out. Dora Shadows to try to see if he can reposition. And Triples does recover a lot of health back with a death pack, acquiring out a good portion of his health, but should still be able to have himself a hell of a play. Nova attempt by Seawork doesn't quite hit it as Triples does dip behind the pillar, trying to avoid the Mirrors of Torment as best possible, utilizing the line of sight in order to make sure he always has something to dip behind. Gripping Seawork over to him. Mirrors of Torment doesn't get disrupted. It's going to be AMS instead though. Seawork has to wait this out. Going to be the stun. Does have a way out of it. It's going to be Mirrors of Torment. Trying to go for an interrupt. Doesn't quite get it. Mirrors of Torment are up for Seawork. Does have all the time to work with. Is going to build up a lot of missile stacks. It's going to be more spells and abilities used up by Chilpas. Trying to go for that touch of the magic. Big missiles as the touch of magic comes down. Chilpas trying to see if he might be able to reduce some of the damage taken. Mirrors of Torment is going to silence him and run him in place. Does he take the damage real easily? It's going to be mirrors with the missiles and a touch of the magic slamming on Chilpas, but he is able to survive that burst. It looks like his health was dipping very, very quickly. But I think he got himself self-survivability with a heal. Did he summon a pet and then sacrifice him midway? I know that he had the, what's it called? The dome, the anti-magic zone on him. To try to see if he can survive the burst from Seawork. I honestly thought it was going to be the biggest go by the mage just now. And that looked like it was supposed to be. I'm surprised Seawork, Chilpas lived it. Was that AMS halfway through? During the biggest of his burst, it just got burnt through real quickly? Because he got IBF and everything. Huh. I guess we'll see again. Seawork has at least an opportunity to maybe go again. He can build up for stacks. He can make it happen. Blind or to Seawork. Chilpas knows he's not going to be able to really get the Mortis Winter Stone onto Seawork. So he's going to have to find a way to deal with it. Going to be there all the time. Seawork should be actually pretty healthy. He's going to take big hits, but he's able to reverse it back to himself. Blink it out, but it's going to be yoing back in. Potential Ice Block does get a lot of healing back with the... Oh, still lots of damage out of, but Chill Pills with this obliterates, and the tier set got him some mirror images. Seawork is looking for those procs. Touch of the magic versus Chill Pills. Eventually, there's going to be big Mirrors of Torment to interrupt them. Try himself more missiles, potentially big burst, big damage. Chill Pills taking all that damage. Massive touch of the magic does get himself interrupted with a Lichborn. But Seawork can't really push in. He got missiles, and he maybe can waddle towards Chilpas, maybe hit him with a barrage, a couple of missiles here and there, but there's only so much you can do. Chilpas recovering a lot of health, stunning to Seawork, just trying to disrupt him from being able to get any kind of healing. I think Seawork either using Human Rachel or a Blink to get out of there. Dora Shadows, as he gets hit with a CC, as he gets hit with an interrupt, the resolve trick, it gets him some free casting. Seawork with a massive is just to dip away from line of sight Chilpas for a second. There goes the ice block. 20% dampener as we're heading into that 8-minute mark. Chilpas gets the remote winter swirling around him. Seawork trying to avoid that stun. Chilpas with a flash cut behind the pillar. Seawork just gonna have to let it happen. Barrage does have him AMS. AMS absorbed completely. Wait, the barrage ate through the AMS so quick. Chilpas actually could be under a ton of pressure. Seawork trying to go for a touch of the magic. Big burst out of the Death Knight. Seawork, does he have any more survivability? Does have himself all the time. Stunner to Seawork. That's going to be trampled. Maybe giving him a little bit of health. Death back for Chilpas for a second. Seawork trying to go for damage, but it's going to be taken down. Oh no! That full setup of Chilpas just unleashed the most amount of burst. Seawork had to go for damage as soon as possible. LFG sucks, trying to see if he might be able to take down Chilpas. Going in for the full setup. Sepsis, full burst. Vendetta is rolling. Does he maybe play a weird cheesy build? No, it's just going to be full Sepsis. Taking him out with a Vanish. Does he play a 100% crit Lego? I doubt it. But maybe. Grix is going to be up next with the not Resolve Trinket. What would you call it? The Resonance Trinket, the Explosion Trinket, the Grenade Trinket. Cloak charges by the Rogue immediately as that's going to be a back-to-back was flying out for Grizz. It's going to be a Decimal attempt, but LG Sucks is going to dip behind the pillar. Does get hit by the Decimal bolt, so those Incinerators are still going to do a lot of damage. It's going to be Infernal, and Sucker is keeping him warm back there. Maybe Grizz can go for Rain of Fire. That's going to be a quick interrupt on that Fleshcraft. That's going to be some dots for LG Sucks. He's looking for a bit of that reset. Is this man playing 100% crit Lego? Like a cheesy build? Or is he playing the normal Dustwalker Vendetta cooldown reduction build? Imagine I did 64,000 damage to AMZ. WTF, this build is low-key nice. Yeah, it does seem like it does a lot of damage, Seabark. It's just like against any other class that isn't Chilpus, I think it would be a hide. Sepsis onto Grizz, he's gonna have to shrink it out of it. There's gonna be lots of dot damage rolling on him. That poison is gonna really sip into him. That's also gonna be the dots rolling in as well. That final tick of poison is gonna give LG Sucks a little bit of a damage increase with Shadow Blades as well as a Drone Rush, but he isn't really anywhere near Grizz in order to max out that damage. Try to keep the dots rolling on the Warlock. Next time he gets a kidney shot, he definitely needs to get the kidney, full dots, shiv, Grizz, and find a way to avoid the succubus. Maybe the dots on succubus might be enough to take it out. Grizz has a mortal kill coming up back up very, very soon. LG Sucks better make a play. Otherwise, this man is just going to die to dots. And Rain of Fire. Taking out the succubus. Potentially could go for a reset. If Grizz is quick enough, he could resummon the succubus. Does he have the Fell Dom? It's going to be Sap. Ooh, LG Sucks does give himself a bit of a reset. Vendetta and Vanish come back up very, very soon. I don't think LG Sucks has his full go here. Potentially, it's going to be a Vendetta. Could go for something here. It's going to just get base dots and go for a reset. Grizz does go for a Dark Pack. Potentially could get him a Sap as he tries to summon Saya. Does not get a Succubus. Grizz trying to see if he can back up out of there. Literally backpedaling out. Blind by the Rogue with the Grenade Trinket. Garrode, Grizz is taking a full hit from it. Not the craziest Grenade Trinket. Usually they do a ton of damage, but this one does a bit for sure. Grizz getting hit with a full slow. LG Sucks taking him out. Is this rogue going to dismantle this whole team? There's no way, right? Versus Fang, it burned a Vendetta. Did it burn a Vendetta during the Grenade Trinket? Versus the Warlock, I was actually thinking it was going to save it maybe with a Vanish. It's going to be full Sepsis versus Fang, full dots up and running. Maybe this is where LG Sucks just vanishes out. I think this man might be playing 100% crit Lego. Because those dots do quite a bit of work. Fang is just going to take the dot damage with Sepsis and everything. Leap it towards the Rogue. How do you know exactly who it was? Maybe the Rogue somehow, one of these buffs got him out in the open. That's going to be the Night Face Soul Shape just to bail out of there. That's why I just try to see if it might be able to dot these boys down and rot them down like an Affliction Warlock with daggers by the looks of it. Actually kind of crazy. 13 minutes into the duel. 57% dampener, regenerating now for Fang. Marford without for LG Sucks, gets a kidney shot versus Fang. It's going to be a trinket for the Warrior. Trying to see if he might be able to stay on top of LG Sucks. It's going to be the banner down. Does not have a trinket anymore, but he could go for a full recklessness. LG Sucks is not even evasion. Wait, I think this stroke might be over. I think it's going to be done with. Oh, man. Taking him out. Was that Shilpa's 1v4? That was Shilpa's 1v3. No, 1v4 because the Warlock had a seed pod. So that would have been 3. And LG Sucks gets 2 kills. Not bad at all. I think I need a big map to beat a Death Knight. Yeah, that map does have quite a bit of line of sight, quite a bit of a narrowness to it. So that probably would do it.